So my name is Luna, as you've heard. I think I'm the youngest in the team, so it's a bit scary to stand in front of all of you. Sorry about that. Basically, why I stood here and decided to give the talk is because I'm very passionate about Africa and solutions for Africa. So I'll take you along a journey about a story. Okay, so everybody likes hero stories. We like to hear, oh, the heroes have done this and the heroes have done that. So our very first heroes was people like Julius Nyerere, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, Kwame Nkrumah. And what did those people do for us and for Africa? They gave us independence. So after giving us independence, in Africa, we thought we are free, yay, everything is good, we can run our own lives. And unfortunately, what happened after was not what we thought, because what happened after was that a lot of land grabbing, a lot of corruption still went on, a lot of problems. We still faced all of those problems that we thought were just colonial problems, or so we thought. But my take on the matter is that when you teach people a divide and conquer situation, even after we took power and the people, like our first line of presidents, that's the same thing they did. They did the divide and conquer. They said, we know the stories of leaders going and saying, all this is my land, and taking it for them and their families. So that the people who were poor were still poor. And then the rich became immensely rich, and they kept owning acres and acres of land. And it has taken a generation to change that. But what has been happening lately is that despite the struggles, we know of the problems we have in Kenya. We are, in Kenya and in Africa, there's a lot of underdevelopment. And when you want to develop, there is corruption. There's always someone wanting a chai and a share of the loot. If you want to come with the project, someone wants half of the funds to go to his own pocket. So we have problems like that. We have poor judiciary systems. It's not the law. When you go to court, you don't know who surely will win. It's probably the guy who will pay more to the judge. So we have problems like that. We have executives, and we have, unfortunately, parliamentarians who make laws that just increase their salary and they do nothing to their constituents. Unfortunately, that's the problems we have. And so then we have immense problems in Africa, and I thought about that and what could we do about that. And a new generation of leaders has been coming up, people like Fred Swanika, Polarunsho, Alikija, Aliko Dangote, people who are rich and they are making a difference in Africa, people like Komla Dumo and Lupita Nyong'o from around here. So then these leaders, they are doing great things in Africa, and we can see that they are making a difference. But it still feels, for me, it still felt like, oh, a great story. They are high and mighty and popular, and they are making a difference. But then when I realized that I could make a difference, that changed for me. So that's what led me to, on this journey. I wanted to show a picture. I'm from originally Samburu County, and some of these pictures you're seeing are the ones from Samburu County. I wanted to show this particular picture. This is a young girl from Samburu County. Isn't she beautiful? So that is what my hometown looks like. Everybody thinks it's like dry and dying, but it looks like that. But we not only have a beautiful landscape, we have a really beautiful place, but we have problems as other places in Africa. So my mother is from the 60s, and she keeps telling me stories of how they are the ones who went to school bare feet, they didn't have school fees, and she has, there are 9 children in their family, and she's number 5. And what she did, she was passionate about education. She went to school, and when there was no fees, she got a job in Samburu Lodge, and she came and educated her younger ones. So she's a very amazing woman. She's definitely my personal hero. But one thing, it's after when you have been given much, much is expected from you. And the saying goes that charity begins at home. So what happened over the past few months, from around June when I was home, I decided to take a project in Samburu. I found out that we have a lot of jigas in Samburu County. Jigas are those fleas that burrow into people's feet, and it's really painful, and sometimes when they take them out with pins, they could easily get tetanus or HIV/AIDS because they share the needles. So what we went to do, we went to give shoes in Samburu County. So those are some of the shoes that we give to the little kids. We had an eye clinic running. Someone volunteered, an eye doctor volunteered. This is us giving resources. We had a lot of donations for food and so on. We had give glasses to some people, and they were able to see for the first time in a long time. And dewormers, we also distributed dewormers and fleas. They had a lot of fleas in their homes, and we fumigated their homes. This is the population. There were so many who came, the young kids. This is some little guy holding on to his slippers, and a little girl wearing her shoes. But this is the story of what I did. So then I'm here to challenge you about what you can do. Because one thing I believe so much is that the help won't come from out there. We're not waiting for some great, we're not waiting for Obama to come and solve the problems that we have locally. It is us who will do something. Everyone, we saw the story of Honorable Joseph Lekuton, who's from Marsabit, which is our neighboring county, and the dreams that he has for his county, and the dreams that I have for my county is to, we have 2 dispensaries in the whole county, 2 hospitals, and even people, it's so far, people don't even get to go there. The simple, we met a lady who is suffering from vitamin C deficiency. Vitamin C is so simple, and she was so completely sick because of that. Now I have dreams for my county and my place, so what are your dreams for your, because it is only you who will change. No, I can't come all the way from Samburu County to come and give you a solution for your place, because it is you who understand what is going on here. You can make a difference here. And apart from that, so there's not only, it looks, when you begin this journey of wanting to make a difference in your hometown, there is a lot of challenges, and a lot of, the challenges are so big. And my recent challenge and my upcoming project is an education program. And in Samburu County and in Turkana County, which is neighboring us, in Turkana County particularly, 122,000 people graduate from primary school. Do you know how many go to secondary school? 40,000. 80,000 students drop out. You know what happens to them? Those are mostly girls. They go back home, they get pregnant. We have children, you know how young they are. We have children bearing children. And then infant mortality increases, maternal mortality increases. So if you don't solve this problem of education and give these people something to do with their lives, we just bring our economy down, because we can't handle these numbers. We can't handle 80,000 people living in advent poverty. In Samburu County, the numbers are 32,000 graduate from primary school, 2,000 go to high school. 30,000 students there, they disappear. What happens to those? Those are the people who begin the cattle rustling industry, because you find young boys just sitting outside. They are doing nothing. What's the next best thing to do? Go to the next county, rob cattle. Insecurity increases, or some are inducted into Al-Shabaab and all this. If you do not solve the problem, and that's the problem in my county, and I am passionate, and I'm sure I'll solve it. I don't know how, but somehow. But you also have problems, and if you don't come up with the solutions for yourself, no one will. I will conclude with this saying. Mahatma Gandhi said that if leaders fail to lead, the people will make them follow. And as we have seen, most of our leaders are not leading at this point in time. They're sitting in parliaments. We have 47 counties. Now we have to pay MCAs, governors, senators, and so on. And that's just money going and going and going. They're paying a salary of $1 million just for sitting in a meeting. That doesn't go into development. You look at some of the counties and you wonder what is happening. Those guys are not any time leading us. They're not solving our problems. It is us to solve our problems. It's about time that we make our leaders follow us. Thank you.